Welcome to Everyday English Podcast. Hello, and welcome back to the Everyday English Podcast. I'm Anna.
And I'm Mark. Hi, everyone. It's so good to be here with you today.
Mark, I have a question for you. When you were a child, what is something you did every single day?
Oh, every single day. Well, I watched cartoons every morning before school. I loved them. What about you, Anna?
Me, I played outside with my friends. Every day after school, we played in the park. But now, I don't play in the park anymore. I watch movies at home.
Right. Things change. We don't do the same things now. So, how can we talk about these past habits? How can we say this was true before, but it is not true now?
Great question, and that is exactly our topic for today. We are going to learn how to use used to in English.
Yes, used to is a very common and useful phrase. It helps us talk about the past. And let me tell you, it is much easier than people think.
Okay, so first, what does used to mean? It is for things that were true in the past but are not true now. It can be a habit, like I watched cartoons every day.
Exactly. Or it can be a state, a situation. For example, I lived in a small apartment. That was true before, but now maybe you live in a big house. So you can say, I used to live in a small apartment.
So we use it for the past only. There is no present form. You cannot say I used to for now.
Right, that is a common mistake. Let's practice the feeling of it. Listen to this short conversation.
Hey Mark, do you play the guitar?
No, not now, but I used to play the guitar in high school.
See, he doesn't play now, but he did in the past. Perfect use of used to.
Okay, so the structure is very simple. For a positive sentence, it's subject plus used to plus verb.
Let's break that down. Subject is I, you, he, she, it, we, they. Then we say used to. Then we add the base verb. That means no ing, no past tense, just the simple verb.
Let's say it together, slowly. I used to live in London. She used to have long hair. They used to be friends.
Did you hear that last one? They used to be friends. The verb is be. We don't change it. We just say be. It's easy.
So easy. Now, what if the habit is still true? What if you still watch cartoons, Anna?
Well, sometimes I do. But if I still do it, I cannot use used to. I must use the present simple. I watch cartoons.
Perfect. Used to is only for the past. It's a small word, but it tells a big story about change.
Okay, we know how to say something was true, but how do we say it was not true? How do we make a negative sentence?
This is where it gets a little different, but still easy. For negatives, we use did not used to, or the short form didn't used to.
Important. Listen closely. In the positive, we say used to with the D. In the negative, we say used to without the D. Why? Because the helper verb did already shows the past.
Right. The did does the work for the past, so the main verb goes back to the base form. Let's look. Positive, I used to like coffee. Negative, I didn't used to like coffee.
Let's practice with some examples. Repeat after me, listeners. I didn't used to exercise. She didn't used to eat vegetables. We didn't used to have a car.
Good. The D disappears in the negative. Don't say, I didn't used to. That is a common mistake. Just say, I didn't used to. It sounds better, and it's correct.
Okay, what about questions? How do we ask someone about their past habits?
For questions, we also use the helper verb did. The structure is did plus subject plus used to plus verb.
For example, did you used to play sports? Did she used to live here? Did they used to work together?
And you can answer with a short answer. Yes, I did, or no, I didn't.
Let's hear a short conversation with a question.
Anna, do you used to have a pet?
Yes, I did. I had a small dog, but I don't have one now. See how natural that is?
I think used to is a beautiful phrase because we all change. Our lives change. Let's imagine some people and talk about how they have changed.
Great idea. Let's start with a man named Tom. Tom is 35 years old now. He's very healthy. He eats salad and goes to the gym.
But when Tom was 20, he was different. He ate pizza every day and never exercised. So we can say,
Tom used to eat pizza every day. He didn't used to exercise.
perfect. Now, think about a city. I grew up in a small town. It was very quiet. Now it is very big and busy.
So you can say, my town used to be quiet, but now it is busy.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about technology. I remember I used to have a very old mobile phone. It only made calls, no internet.
I remember those. I used to write letters to my grandmother. Now I send her emails.
That is such a good example of change. Writing letters is a past habit. I used to write letters. I used to have a simple phone.
Okay, listeners, your turn to think. Pause for a moment. Think of one thing you used to do that you don't do now. Maybe you used to play a sport. Maybe you used to live in a different house.
Keep that thought in your head. We will practice speaking in just a minute.
Mark, let's talk about some mistakes that learners often make. This will help everyone feel more confident.
Good idea. The number one mistake is pronunciation and spelling. People sometimes write, I used to, in a positive sentence. But in positive sentences, it is always used to, with a D.
Yes, the D is important in writing, but in speaking, when we say it fast, used to sounds like usta. I used to live there.
That's right. It's okay to sound like that when you speak fast and natural. But remember the rule for writing and for slow, clear speaking, used to.
Mistake number 2, using the wrong verb form after used to. For example, someone might say, I used to playing tennis.
Ah, that is a common error. But remember the rule. After used to, we always use the base verb, infinitive, no ing. I used to play.
And mistake number 3, using used to for things that happened only one time. For example, I used to go to the cinema yesterday.
That is not correct. Used to is for repeated actions, not single actions. Okay, it's practice time. This is the best part. Anna and I are going to say a sentence. We want you to change it and use used to. Ready?
Yes, let's start easy. Sentence 1. I am a student, but now I am a teacher. How do we say the past?
We say, I used to be a student. Great.
Sentence 2. He doesn't like spicy food, but when he was younger, he loved it. Go to the past.
We say, he used to like spicy food. Or in the negative, no, he liked it, so positive. Good.
Sentence 3. Do you play the piano? But I want to ask about the past. How do I make the question?
Did you used to play the piano? Perfect.
Let's do one more. This is a little longer. I don't wake up early. But last year you had a job and you woke up at 6 a.m. every day.
So we say, I used to wake up early. Excellent.
How did you do, listeners? I hope you said them correctly. Remember, practice makes perfect.
We have learned a lot today. Before we finish, let's recap the most important phrases. Anna, what are the key takeaways?
Number 1. Used to plus base verb for past habits and situations. Example, I used to live in Japan.
Number 2, didn't used to plus base verb for negative past habits. Example, I didn't used to like coffee.
Number 3. Did plus subject plus used to plus base verb for questions. Example, did you used to have a bicycle?
So remember, positive equals used to. Negative and question equals used to.
Write these down if you can. Keep them in your notebook. These are your phrases for the week. Well, Mark, this was a wonderful conversation. I love talking about the past. It's nice to remember how we used to be.
It is. And I hope our listeners now feel more confident using used to tell their own stories. You can talk about your childhood, your old job, or your old city.
Remember, everyone changes, and every change is a chance to practice your English.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the Everyday English podcast. And if you found it helpful, click the like button.
Yes, and we would love to read your comments. Tell us one thing you used to do. You can write it in the comments section. We read them, and we are so happy to see your progress.
Learning a language is a journey. Some days are easy, some days are hard. But you are doing it. You are learning, and you are improving.
So keep going, keep practicing, and
Keep practicing your English every day.
bye for now, everyone.
Take care. See you in the next episode.